Fictional my ass. Mr. Roth called me here with the screams of mutilated virgins and the promise that you would give me a check for $700 at the end of the night. So I hope you got the cash to pony up, buddy.
We run a film festival. We don't have any cash.
Well, I'm sure you'll come up with it somewhere. Otherwise, I might be munching on your neck later on.
From the feelings of the people who have passed before us. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Spooky, for arriving. I didn't mean anything by the fictional part. It was merely a mistake.
Keep on the straight and narrow, buddy.
Or at least narrow. All right. Much luck to you all.
We let King Diamond in here. Somebody let King Diamond in here. How do you escape?
Maybe you and Mr. Diamond have a talk later.
We might have to.
Discuss the makeup tips or something like that.
Mutilated virgin. Excellent, my friend.
Lovely. Thank you, Mr. Spooky. We appreciate you coming out to Thrill the Chiller and blessing us with your presence, or cursing us, as the case may be.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to our next victims who we'll see on the stage.
Speaking of which, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and do some housekeeping on it, and we'll describe the awards and go ahead and pass them out. All right? My name is Anthony Griffin with Unsafe Film Office.
Chris Randy with Full View Productions. Keith Mercy with Productions.
Shirley Clemens, Twain Girl.
We'd like to, first of all, go ahead and thank the sponsors that have, all of them up there have contributed great in many ways for us for a really long time. Some of them that have contributed since the beginning that we'd like to acknowledge are Recoil Magazine. Actually just started this year, Nights of Fears, playing the best of Thrill the Chiller at their haunted house on the corner of 4 Mile and Plainfield here. If you get a chance, please go see them. They're terrific. Collective Studios, thank you guys. They're rock solid. We really appreciate all the support, all the work with Paul Boson and some other filmmakers that you work with. Thanks for taking care of them and making them look good. Thank you, sir. The Muskegon Film Festival for helping us out financially. We really appreciate that. Clark Hill, Mr. Joe Boss there, the state's best entertainment attorney. Please let us know if you want to talk to him because he will bail you out of jail and everything else you want to get into.
I need to speak.
Hopefully you don't need to talk.
You won't need to, maybe. Right, Mr. Spooky?
You might need to talk to him after I get done with you.
That may be true. The Michigan Film Office, which is financial sponsors from the very beginning. We really appreciate their contributions. And last without least, the West Michigan Film Video Alliance, which also has been with us from the start, and we greatly appreciate their contributions in helping us keep this going. It's been a tremendous amount of help on their part. We really appreciate it. The Wealthy Theater, where we stand now, has grown by leaps and bounds in this community as a symbol of regrowth and part of our community. They've reached out and helped us a lot in so many ways. Membership here is really inexpensive. Next year's their centennial. It's been around 100 years. Which is, of course, what centennial means. For profits of an elementary education right here in Michigan. All right? No Superman, you don't have to wait for him. And again, I want to, Jason, thank you very much for all your help. You've just been a tremendous friend and a fantastic filmmaker. I don't mean to single and pick on you because I know you can't stand that. So keep it up. And I'm looking forward to that feature that'll be done by the end of this year. And then I know Chris had something he wanted to add, and also Keith, so I'm gonna pass him on over.
Okay, I wanted to thank Shirley Clemens, Twain Girl, for all the marketing and promotions that she did for us this year. We've had our best turnout yet, so thank you very much, Shirley. We very much appreciate it. You know, you put in hundreds of hours over the last 8, 9, 10 months since we decided to do this again.
For me, it's been like 2 decades, so just so you know, it's just really worked really hard on this. So.
And I'd like to thank John Ferraro for making the trophies. These are the Ruby Awards. Pretty incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is the only place you're ever going to get them, so hope you win.
Hope you win, right, Mr. Spooky?
Because if you don't, I'll be at your house later on tonight to crush your throat apart.
Okay.
I'd like to acknowledge a great deal of thanks to the Flint Film Festival, festival directors who come here. Thank you guys. Before the awards here, we had a quick discussion. They would like to offer all the filmmakers in the room a waiver to submit to their festival for next year, if you can get it to them before November 15th. Okay, so that's something they want to do for Thrill and Chiller fans and filmmakers. So if you have a film you want to send to them, type in Flint Film Festival into Google, find their site, download the form, and send it to them. Thank you guys. It's really enjoying
Thanks for having us. It's been great. This is my first time being here. This is Dave's second time, and John's first time. But thanks for coming out last weekend to support the Flint Film Festival. We really appreciate it. And we're going to keep growing together. So we appreciate it. Thanks. It's a beautiful place, and I'm liking it.
Thank you. This year's judges that helped us out were Miss Stephanie Webb of Take 5 and Company. You wouldn't know, but that woman loves her horror movies. She really loves them. Mr. John Philbin, a professor, as he may prefer to be called, at Grand Valley State University, teaches film and cinema there. Mr. John Serva, which is the Grand Rapids film critic. He's been doing it for many years. He took over for John Douglas back in the day, and he's been truly a great friend. He has something that he does on Sundays called My Two Cents with John Serva. It's fantastic film viewing and discussion group here at Celebration Cinema North. So if you live here, it's probably worth checking out at least a couple times. Mr. James Sanford out of Lansing. I believe it's Lansing State Journal. And
Lansing City Pulse.
Lansing City Pulse, because there is a difference. So I apologize. He's fantastic. He will come out sometimes with John Serva and do these as well. It's a really interesting insight that these gentlemen offer our film community. And their insight to the awards is great. And again, last but not least, Mr. Mark France. Where are you, Mark? Mark again has been with us since the beginning. He's been an absolute rock solid contributor. We really can't thank you enough, Mark. Thank you for everything you've done for us as individuals as well as this festival. We really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the awards themselves. The Ruby Awards, something that we started 5 years ago, named after a certain phrase by a certain someone that we admire in the genre film. You can put the two and two together as you see fit. I don't want them catching up to us in the live news feed that's going out right now. Something that's really important that I should know is that DVS.com, Interactive Media Services, they also do DVD reproduction, contributed some large awards this year. So that gives the chance to provide choice awards, an audience choice, a director's choice, and a jury award. And what we'd like to do is we're going to announce the jury award right now and save the other two for tomorrow's Michigan Film Awards. Okay? So the winner of the jury award was noted by all the judges. They had it listed in some category or had some sort of draw to this film, and we thought it'd be really appropriate to address that properly. It was made in California. The film is called The Empty Space in Between. So we'd like to thank the filmmaker for contributing. The award is for a $250 contribution towards DVS for whatever they offer for services, whether services or DVD replication or something like that. Tomorrow we'll have another $250 award as the director's choice, as well as a $500 award as an audience choice. So please come back tomorrow and check that out. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do the Groovy Awards, as you've seen, all handcrafted, lovely beauties as they are. I think the first thing we're going to address here is what we call the Best Thrill and the Best Chill Award. These awards, of course, for us are really just a label, part of our structure. When we started this film festival, the types of films that we enjoyed watching weren't being represented fairly at the film festival circuit. And I shouldn't say fairly, they weren't equally treated. We want to show our respect to those films by creating awards that put that into perspective. The Best Thrill goes to the film that has kept the audience at the edge of their seat the entire time, so they'd fall off and didn't know how it was going to end. The Best Chill, the Best Chill is for the film that kind of pins you in your seat, and you can't move till it's over. The winner of the best thrill could be, or chill, could either be a feature or a short film, okay? The best thrill this year goes to a German film by the name of On Air. They're actually using it to create a feature, so if you have seen it, if you watch the trailer, it's really quite something else. This year's winner of the best chill goes to Sandman, which just played over in Theater B right now. It's a docudrama or documentary. Who knows what really happened? But J.T. Petty did quite a interesting feat with that film. He took a lot of money from HDNet and then realized he had to make a movie. So they know they want a terrible thing to have that kind of limit put on you. And the next award, the next award I'd like to talk about is our Best Effects Award. Something I want to really mention about this is that we don't split our awards up into cinematography, story, acting. We really focus on the movie aspect of these, and these are acknowledgments for stories as a whole. To us, FX doesn't mean just makeup or a digital monster or something like that. It's really a contribution to the story itself and how does that affect the drive and the characters and how they interact with it. And this year we're proud to announce the winner of the Best Effects Groovy is Orange.
Super hard on it, and I'm super proud of them. And I hope they're watching now on the website because they deserve something like this. So thanks a lot. This festival's been great. I really appreciate these guys putting it together and the theater doing such a great job projecting the movie. Been to a lot of festivals and it's not always very consistent, so I appreciate it a lot. And thanks for everybody coming out and see the movie. Appreciate it.
Okay, next thing we're going to award is for the best feature. We'll just skip to it right now. It is True Nature out of Dayton, Ohio. And I should like to point out that the honeymoon was fantastic, guys. And we really appreciate you coming out here to support the festival. Something I really want to point out is something. Not just, we're not going to give gold stars to everybody, it's just not how it works, but I do want to point out that this particular film, and I mentioned it in their block, we try to find those films that really have the integrity and the wherewithal for the director's vision and the story they put together as a whole. Other years we featured a film called Wingcroft that had that ability. Years previous we had one called Target Practice that just earned its own strikes, I guess, in distribution through Warner Brothers. Distribution. It's not easy to do that. There's a lot of unscrupulous people out there who take advantage of somebody, and these guys made it happen. And these guys made it happen with car batteries, grit, vision, and we really are honored to be able to have the opportunity to play your film here. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. So with that said, tomorrow we have the Michigan Movie Day. I got a couple other things here. The awards for that are 6 o'clock. We're going to have, as I stated before, the Choice Awards for both audience and directors. We're going to have our inaugural award called the Story Award. If you want our friend who had passed away last year, to the person who's contributed, in our eyes, the most to the community as of their body of work right now. So we want to be able to acknowledge that in Drew's name. Then, of course, we have the Boomstick Award. Okay, the Boomstick Award is again something that we've been wanting to do since year one, and we've been waiting to spring this all on you. And we had the great fortune to have some really wonderful films coming. We have filmmakers from all around Michigan coming in to have these. Some of them are here now. Charlie Van Portfleet's daughter, who's a wonderful filmmaker, an apple in the eye of her father, I'm sure. And Jason Ross, Tata's Last Stand. We have the True Extreme guys here, made a wonderful film. Troy Randall Kilpatrick is actor. Mr. Michael McCallum, Shadow Puppet. We have, Michaela's Snow Balloon of Dead of Winter. Something called GR30K has an encore showing after the festival at 7. I don't know if you heard about that, but it was a lot of fun. Am I missing anyone else in here? Did I get everybody? Oh, don't worry about Lucas Strowski. If you want, he made a very interesting film that happens to have myself and Michael in called Leftovers. It's his...
I'll use Steve next time.
Right, yes, sir. It's his family values type of film. It's interesting if you want to see me demonstrate my ability to mess up acting. You can go ahead and watch that. That's why I stay behind the camera, okay? I want to remind you all that t-shirts are $15. They're in the lobby. We could use your help. No shame in that. If you like the festival, you want to see it continue to grow and build, please pick up a shirt, tell your friends about it. We'd really appreciate it. Tell them to come and watch a movie. If they paid $5 for one block, have them come out and support it. We expect a visit from Mr. J.D. Strickland tomorrow. Clean break. He's the Mr. Talking Skeleton. He should be here to sign autographs for people and have their pictures taken with him. Those guys are trying to make it to Atlanta, hook and by crook. They've been invited by Fangoria down to a festival there. I think he's selling them real cheap, $1 a piece. It would be worth helping them out. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you pick up the theaters, you leave. What we're going to do right now is directly after this, we're going to play the winner of the best short film, The Familiar. It's about a young man who becomes involved with a vampire and has to figure out a way to take care of him. It's about 20 minutes long. It's a wonderful film out of California. Proud to be a TV pilot. If you like the festival, or even if you don't, say something about us, please. Facebook, Twitter, the whole 9 yards, social media. We could use your help in spreading the word and the message. People are listening. And the more people that they become involved and remind themselves how important these films are, the more opportunities us as filmmakers will have to be able to play at those festivals. Thank you all very much. After the screening, if you please leave the theater, we're going to reset for the thing. Come on in, have a great night, enjoy some alcohol, have a good time. Gentlemen?
That's it. Appreciate everyone coming out. It's your support that lets us keep doing this. So the more times you guys come out and fill the seats, the more we can do this. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris?
I just want to say that if you've seen the thing too many times, which I don't know if that's possible, but if you feel like seeing something else, we are playing the director's picks of short films in the B theater. So just things that hit with all of us that we really like, and we put them all together. If you've seen most of the short films, you'll have seen them all already, but if you missed them, it's an alternative for you. And thanks again for coming out.
Mr. Spooky, the last word, because I do not really want to see my nightmares. Mr. Spooky, anything that you'd like to add for this evening?
Well, I'd like to thank Dan Felicki for the cape. And also, I'd like to remind you to go to spookity.com, MrSpookity.com, to see interviews with local filmmakers and dirty things.
And with that, thank you. Please enjoy the film. Thank you again for coming out. Thank you.